Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Techo Kaigi of my 2023 planners and journals. So there are a total of 7 different things to go over in this stack. Yeah, we'll see. Alright, so first up we have my planners for the year. So I have a Traveler's Company Traveler's Notebook in both the regular and the passport size, and they are the camel, so they're soft. I really like how soft. I got this one back, I was just looking, in March of 2022. I was using this as a bullet journal, and I really missed the A5 size and went to Astrology, and then ended up here with my regular size Traveler's Notebook as my bullet journal and planner. So we'll go over the regular size first. So I recently got this from the Superior Labor. I got it from a store in, I think, Belgium. I'll have it linked down. It was really hard to find. I really wanted one because I really like using this is the Pentel Energel Clenna in 04. I really like this for my bullet journal. And then I like the Pilot Friction. You'll see I have a monthly and a weekly insert. And when plans change, I really like to be able to keep this updated and be able to erase. So we'll get into so I basically have 4 inserts and then a little pocket, almost like the wallet insert thing. So this is the olive one. This isn't a Traveler's Company one. I just found this on Etsy actually, and I really love the olive cover. If the olive Traveler's Notebook ever became affordable, I would probably buy it, but I'm not spending a lot of money. So in this insert, I just have miscellaneous things. But then I also have these, I created these, they're like cheat sheets for when I set up a bullet journal. This is my 10th volume bullet journal. I've been doing this consistently using the Ryder Carroll method since 2020, and I really feel like towards the end of this year and into next year, I've really solidified what I want in a bullet journal. And just to make it easy on myself, I have made a cheat sheet. So I have new bullet journal set up. This is what I like to do: a seasonal, log, and then monthly, and an optional weekly setup when school is in session. I really like this Alistair, just like quick weekly. And then I just created this one. I just filmed my February bullet journal setup. We'll see if it's up. I might put this one up first, so should be coming soon. And this I just created, and it's just a cheat sheet for my cycle list. I've been doing this this will be my 4th month of doing this, and this is most of this setup is actually inspired by Rachel Stephen. I will tag her. She's did this year of bullet journals, cyclical bullet journal setups, and I've really been inspired by those and really felt my practice solidified because of those videos. So that I just keep in there. And then I don't know what to keep here. I have washi tape. I really only need one of these for washi tapes. I know some people will put 3. I don't need that much washi tape. And then on the other side in here, it's empty. I just emptied it, but I keep receipts in here. And then on a monthly or weekly basis, hopefully on a monthly basis, I really shouldn't be buying stuff. I'm trying to go on a no-buy, inspired by Cindy and Lindsay Scribbles. They're both doing a no-buy, and I really feel compelled to use my shit up, which is something you'll see in a planner coming up. But yeah, so this is my bullet journal. This is like my ride or die planner. This is pretty much like if someone said, have another planner ever again, you can only pick one, it would be this one. So yeah, I just have some, I always do an index, future log, what I'm currently, eating, adventures, a seasonal log, trying to figure out what to put here. And then I have a whole stack of pictures that I use. This is December, and this is January, a little sneak peek, which, yeah, this is my January, which you may have seen already or will be seeing soon. I've been doing the same thing with monthlies, and then it just turns into dailies. So the big thing is the daily log for me. I need that checklist. Now we're getting into like the fun planner stuff. I really like my calendar setup in this planner. This is so easy to set up, so I'm fine. And this mostly is just like a line a day of what happens anyways. I use Google Calendar, so it's nice just to have a little layout just to see what's going on, like knowing that, okay, this is when I was sick. There was a blizzard, so like, okay, I didn't go to work like during like these times, and I didn't go to work here, and I'm supposed to be at work today, but the blizzard is still affecting. I really should extend that, but yeah, it's just nice to know like when I'm gonna get paid and when things, I think like did I mark? No, I haven't marked like my spring break and stuff like that. Just like to have an overview in here and not have to go to my computer all the time. I really like this. And I really like this size. I think it's enough just to like jot down stuff. Then this is my favorite. I love the vertical weekly. And so I have started the 2023 because it started the week of Christmas, which was the blizzard for us here in Buffalo. All of my plans got changed. So this is like my final weekly setup. This one you probably have seen. This is already on my Instagram. And basically I'll pre-plan, but because I'm using the Pilot Friction, I'm able to go and erase if things changed. I'm able to peel up these stickers and move them around. So like, this day I was supposed to be at mass at 4:30, and I was also supposed to be at a midnight mass, and then the blizzard came, changed all my plans. I was able to erase and take up stickers. I was supposed to have Christmas dinner. There wasn't supposed to be like a movie, just like so much TV watching. And yeah, like I wanted to remember that like we had Chinese food on Christmas Eve, when every year for Christmas Eve it's always been German Christmas, and here we are, the German food was at my Omi's house and we couldn't go, so we found a bag of orange chicken and we're like, let's have orange chicken. So I've really been enjoying the setup. This is the current week. See, it gets kind of blank, especially now coming out of the blizzard. I don't know, what's gonna happen really. And then with the holiday too, like I know we're going to dinner at a family member's house. I don't know when, I don't know where. So I'll add it in as I get more information basically. And then I like to do like a little, highlight of the day, like Christmas on the 27th. So yeah, I've been enjoying this setup. And what I really like about this is that it's just the weeks. Like, yeah, I get some note pages and some extra pages, but the real meat and potatoes of this is just the weeks. So, And then I have the sticker release paper. I got these off of Etsy from a reseller, and I just really like having them. Big thing is that I'm trying to go through and destash all of my stickers. There's a lot of like sticker books and stuff that I would love to be able to get through. I have a binder, 2 sticker organizers, and a small like bowl of like the individual like die cut stickers that I'm trying to get through for next year. That's my goal before I go out and buy. I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I just have the Travelers Company clip, and then all we do is just, oh, and I also have the Travelers pencil board. I really love the idea of Travelers Cafe. I'm a huge coffee and tea drinker, you know, hot chocolate beverage. So I really loved this theme, really love it, and so I decided to pick this up. I also have it in the passport size, so just stick it there. So that's the regular size. Now onto the passport. So this is kind of like my wallet, so this one a little bit chunkier. This is the one I've been using longer, and I really love this size. I think it is just so portable, versatile. I'm really inspired by Lindsay Scribbles right now, and I took a lot of inspiration from her passport setup, but I didn't want it to be my full bullet journal. I really like the A5 or the A5 slim size. I really think that this is also portable, and it's like just this, I feel at planner piece almost with this. But I've been really itching to bullet journal in this, so I found kind of a way, not really compromise, but that's the only word I can think of right now. So basically this is kind of like a wallet and my health, wellness, exercise, nutrition log in a way. So basically this past fall, I have a friend who is in a nutrition program at school, and they're in a class this semester where they need students to come in, or people to come in, and it's basically like nutrition counseling, and it's a way to prepare them. It's like a almost internship type of thing, and it was really cool. I had been wanting to work with a nutritionist anyways, and so my friend shared my name, and I got paired with one of her classmates, and it was a really interesting experience. I learned a lot about nutrition, and the one thing I took away was, instead of counting calories, like being like, I had a 5-ounce steak and it was this many calories, and you know, I had a cup of rice, or you know, which got, like, I tried all the apps. I tried MyFitnessPal, I tried all of them, and it was just too much work. It was a pain in the butt trying to figure out, like, oh, is this the exact bread that I ate, or is this close enough? And worried that I wasn't accurately portraying the amount of calories I was eating, and it just, I could never do it. So, but when I went into these sessions, at the end of every session, it was always, we did an active recall of what we ate the day before. So it was just like going, like, okay, for breakfast, I had my usual quiche. I had quiche, bread and butter, and turkey sausage. and it wasn't like, oh, how many calories is that? Let's figure out how many calories. It was just an overview of like just what you ate. It was basically a daily log specifically for what you ate that day. And I started doing it after the session, actually. And I was doing it in this insert that I was using that I was just going to use it as like a little like on the go planner thing, and it just wasn't working. I have a planner. I don't need another one. So it was just, I was like, I'll just repurpose it, see how this works, see if I stick with it. And I told myself too, I was like, you don't have to do this every day, but just like try and get in the habit of it. And I did. Like the month of December, I think I have like almost every day, and then we have a couple days left, but it's just something I've gotten in the habit. I think just because of how portable it is and how easy this just like fits in whatever bag. It's like easy to carry this around. And so I decided to expand it for 2023 and kind of do a Lindsay Scribbles and include an annual insert and then like a quarterly, like as needed insert. So I'm currently finishing up an insert, and it's gonna like finish up exactly, like I will be able to start in a new insert on January 1st, which I'm excited about. And then I will be moving into this one. This is the Grid Midori Ivory insert. I've never used well, I guess I have used Midori, but this is my first time from Penguin, a Paper Penguin Co. using their Midori, and I really like how thin it is. I think this will last me like a couple months, and then I'll have to switch out, but I do have other inserts ready to go as well. And then, but yeah, so this will be something I'll switch out as needed. But yeah, so I currently have, so this is the Galen Leather wallet insert, passport size. I love the Queco Sport in the passport size. I think they just look so sleek together. I think it was Quafa Crow. I think she uses Queco, and it just like, I just love it. I enjoy it on the go. So I just have in here some cards, cash, a recipe for a smoothie. And then I have these, my big thing that came out of my sessions were trying to create bento boxes. So these are some ideas that was recommended to me, and so just to kind of give me a little inspiration. It's a little prayer card that my mom gave me. So I just keep those there. And then, so into, oh, and then the back, it's like, this is my vaccine card. In here, I have like appointment cards when I have like eye appointment, dentist, that kind of thing, and they give me a card. And then I just have like an emergency 5 and some change back there. But yeah, so now for the insert. So I currently have 3 in there. These 2 are the ones that are for like health and wellness. This, I had an idea for it. I was going to use it for content planning. And then I realized I use my Hobonichi Weeks, which I completely forgot to add to this lineup. Okay, I'm going to add that. So there's another one in my thing that I forgot to show. So I will show that next. So basically, I was going to use this for content planning. And then I realized that I have a Hobonichi Weeks that I use as like work. And YouTube's definitely not a job right now, but I still like feel like content creating and all that stuff, like if I do want to make it a job, I should just put in my work planner. So I just don't feel like opening this for that kind of thing, so I just kind of made this for now. I already started writing in it, so I can't like resell it or anything, So I think what I'm just going to do is just make it like a copy of my calendar and just add in events, like kind of like a future log. So it'll be like if for some reason I'm only with this planner and I don't have my phone and I need to reference something, it's a place to put a calendar. But I don't think after next year I will continue unless I come up with some great idea, but it's okay. So this is the annual insert. This is another Paper Penguin Co. This is, I believe, the Tomo River paper one. So I've kind of set it up like Lindsay scribbles. So I put an index, and then what I'm gonna do, she writes out all her calendars, but she also has the smaller 4mm grid. I did not realize I wanted a 4mm grid until after I had purchased all these inserts, so down the road maybe I will. But I also like how she prints out on sticker paper her own like in calendars and trackers and stuff. So I figured what I could do is just like have a month, each month gets 2 pages. I'm gonna print out, hopefully it got delayed with the weather, but I have sticker paper on the way. It's supposed to come before the new year, which is fine. I can still track and do stuff and it'll be fine. So each month we'll get 2 pages. And my thought is like I'll do like tracking of like what exercise I did, weigh-ins, what kind of exercises, just like an overview, appointments, things like that. And then, okay, after that, I want to do like a weight and measurement. My goal is that the first week, that every week, like 1 day a week, I do a weigh-in, and I'll just write in on that day, like just for the week, like what it was. And then for measurements, I think my goal will be like once or twice per quarter, and then take the average each quarter. But like this isn't going to be like I'm not going to be religiously measuring myself every week. I hope to at least weigh myself every week. If there's a couple weeks missing, that's fine. But my goal is more just to see like from the first week to the 52nd week, you know, how much has changed. And, you know, in the middle, you know, it'd be good. Ideally, it would be great to do this every week. I know it's not going to happen. But more just to see where I am at the beginning of the year versus the end of the year is essentially, those are the two. So it's really just 1 in 52. If I can get more weeks in, that'd be great. If not, that's okay too. Then here, if you've seen Lindsay's scribbles, she got from Peanuts Planner Co. an insert. It's 2 pages, and it's like January through December, but it's like the tracking, but it's a little bigger. So I figured I could write symptoms, you know, cramps, headaches, nausea, you know, like just basically how I'm feeling on certain days. And then of course, period tracker, mood tracker. We'll see what happens. I'm really bad at these mood trackers. Period trackers, I have it on my phone, so I'm good about tracking on my phone, and it's more transferring it here. And then I've got here like skincare routine. I should really get back into that. This is a blank page. This is if I want to add another tracker. We'll see. I don't know. This was notes. I think what a lot of it is going to be, because I'm like, this is, I think, an 60 or 80 page insert. And I was like, how am I supposed to fill this all up? Like, I'm literally like pretty much done at this point. So some of it's going to be like if I'm watching a video and I want to take notes. So I took some notes on a video I watched. This was about how to design an effective workout plan, just because I only train once a week and I'd like to go to the gym Monday through, I said 5 to 6 days, so either Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday, just like, and Sunday will always be my rest day. So just working on that. This was sent to me from my nutritionist. Just a reminder, a visual reminder of like the foods that fuel versus the foods to limit, and what to look at when you're looking at processed foods and stuff like that. This is really helpful. Visuals are always super helpful. So yeah. And then I thought I'd also include just coming up with ideas of things to add in, just things that are like easy dinners, easy snacks, and then of course like recipes to try. And then the rest of it's blank. So either I'll add in collections, notes as I see fit, or I don't know, it'll be blank. I don't know. I have a feeling if I find more videos and nutritional stuff and information, I'll just fill it up and we'll go from there. So that is the annual insert. Then over here we have, this is the current daily insert. So it is currently December 29th, and this is my current log for today of what I've eaten. And then 30th, 31st, and then the insert's done. So this is the passport edition of the Travels Company, the pencil board underlay, I believe it's called. So I really like this. But yeah, going through, yeah, this started, I was gonna put my weekly logs here. I was like, that's a pain. Then I was like, daily log, I really want a bullet journal. And then I was like, no. Pretty much after a day, I was like, okay. It's like, let's track meals. So yeah, I started November 2nd, and I was kind of doing times too. Honestly, I'm really bad with times. So I went like, I kind of went in the order of when I ate it. So like I went to the gym, breakfast, lunch. So you kind of know after, sometimes too, like, where is it? Like I wrote like pre-workout, then I had training, breakfast. There was one, was it yesterday? Yeah, like I had an early lunch here because I was at work until noon, and my break was at 10:30, so it was like an earlier lunch, and then I came home and had actual lunch. But yeah, so it started out with times, and then I was like, oh, I'll just do when I start eating versus when I stop eating. That became a pain. I was gonna do Project 50, and then I was recovering from being sick, so I was like, no. And then I was gonna do vitamins too, but I have an app for that, so I don't need that. I think this is when I started to go. So yeah, see, I like skipped, or no, I think it was like around Thanksgiving that I got like super consistent with it. Yeah, like after that I was like, and then I got sick and I really wanted to write what I ate. This was a crazy day. Yeah, I got sick for like a week and a half. I wasn't eating much. And then I started my period, which was like, great. Don't want to eat drugs. Don't want to. It was like, great. I just am finished taking all of these drugs and now I need more drugs because my pain is then I was like, oh, I'll put my notes here, and they got all messy, and I realized I wanted this in my annual, and yeah, so that's where we are here. And then this insert will replace this one. And one thing I'm going to do, so I figure, especially with these, I'm going to have a couple inserts. And have some inserts by the end of the year that I'm probably going to want to archive and save. And the biggest issue I had, especially with my regular size notebook, was I really wanted that like book on my shelf that, you know, on the side you see like bullet journal 2023. Like I really wanted that. And that was the one thing I was like, I love book bound planners because then you can put them on your bookshelf and you'll see. But the thing is, I love inserts because then they're much more portable to carry around. So for these two, as kind of a compromise to that, I got myself the binders from Traveler's Company. So I got one for each size. So when I finished with these like quarterly inserts, and I put 2023 on the side. So basically what'll happen when I finish like the bullet journal inserts and these daily logs is I'll just put them in here. I'm not going to put this one in here. I'm kind of just going to put this one on my shelf because it's 2022 and I'm not going to get a whole binder just for one insert. So yeah, once I finish an insert, it'll go in here and then I will have a whole year's worth together in one. So that's my thought with those. Okay. Okay, so this is the planner I forgot to include in my stack. This is a combination work planner and content creating planner. This is a Hobonichi Weeks. So I have currently 3 jobs right now, and I am in grad school. I am in my last semester. I am currently writing my thesis, which is a crazy thing to think about. But really this is mostly for, I would say I use it the most for my teaching. So I work in an art gallery. I teach private lessons to woodwind students. I teach mostly oboe, bassoon, clarinet, and a couple saxophone students. And basically this is for me to mostly keep track of my students, attendance, payment, and what they're working on, because the worst thing in the world is not remembering what they are working on and coming and be like, so what do you want to play today? I don't know. So I like to diligently keep track so that I can say, okay, we're going to work on this. Unless they have something, that's fine too. But yeah, so I use the Hobonichi Weeks for that. I also keep track of content. I'm trying to get better with that. I haven't been too great. I want to consistently post more in 2023. And then also, I use it a little bit for my other jobs. Just depends on the projects that I'm working on. And then also I want to keep track of like how many hours I'm working at each job, how many students I'm having, that kind of thing. So I keep in here. This is a fun little pen I created. It's a Pentel, and you kind of pick what you want to go in the pen. So it has a pencil. So I love the pencil. And then I put in there, this is just a regular Pentel Energel gel pen in 05. And this is like Pentel's ballpoint style pen. So I really like the pencil because when I'm with my students and writing in music, we want to use pencil all the time. I like the ballpoint for writing in this planner. And then I like the gel for writing on anything else. So some of my students really like it when I write down their assignments on Post-it notes. So that's what these are. These are from this set of Post-it notes. This is the Musical Notes sticky notes. These are great for lessons. I got this for Easter in 2020, and I already had another one that someone else had given me, and I am almost done. This is the last one from the initial pack that I had. So in next year, some point, like early next year, I will finally be able to open these and use these, which I'm super excited about because they have been sitting there for 3 years and I feel terrible. So yeah, I really like the gel on these sticky notes. So this pen, I love that you create it yourself. It's very versatile. And it has everything I need, especially when I'm out teaching, but also with it having the ballpoint and the gel, and the pen, like it no matter where I am at, this is my go-to pen / pencil right here. So yeah, I keep the Post-it notes there. This is the music store I work at. I just keep a card just in case people are interested in ever taking lessons and I'm out. I don't keep anything there. This is just my checkbook. I have to pay weekly rent as part of my teaching. So I just keep my checkbook. So I make sure to do that every week. I also keep up here, this is where I keep cash and anything given to me. This is mostly for teaching as well. And then this is the planner. It's in the Hope, I forget what this is called. And it's the champagne, just regular Hobonichi weeks. So I decorated it. These are from Reeds by Stephanie. So are these bassoon and oboe. Bassoon and oboe are main instruments, so they're super cute. And I was so happy I had ones with matching colors from her. So I haven't really done anything here. I'm thinking here will be where I track how many students I have and how many hours I work at each job. And then we go into monthlies. I was starting to use a kit. I really don't like using stickers and kits in this planner. This is mostly a functional planner. But yeah, I'm gonna open to a blank page because I don't want to show what personal information. But basically what I do is I block it off here, and I'll put my students' names here that are scheduled to come in, and then I'll just put a check if they were there, and then write their payment form. And then here I'll put which jobs I'm at, and then also if there's date specific tasks or events, put them there. And then over here, this is mostly just like an Alistair list. Put the days over here, a dot, and then the task, and it's going through. I used to put my students' stuff here, but I decided to put them in the notes section. I also don't want to show that, but basically what I do there is I'll write like at the top like the date, the day of the week, and then I'll just put here the student's name, and then write over here what we did, and then just go student assignments for the day. I'm hoping that the 75 pages will be enough for the year. I think it will. I'm not teaching every week, and I don't have that many students. I'll have like 10 students. at least for the first part of the year. So I am hoping this will be enough. And then in the back, I haven't really done much with the back pages. I think I just filled out, I started to fill out my favorite things. But yeah, other than that, this is just mostly focused on work. And in the back, I just have a pencil board. Yeah, so that's my work planner. All right, so now we're going to take a look at an in-between planner. This is the Hobonichi Cousin. I used last year the Hobonichi Cousin Avec, and I love this planner, but I do not like the daily. I do. I will explain my purpose in a second, but this is just so daunting to have this many in the back when I already have a bullet journal, when I already am doing all that. So this, but I still love it, and I still decided to go with it. I have a reason though. I'll explain. A lot of it too is that I really love the monthly kits from the Coffee Monsters Co., and I really want to use them. So I have some coming on the way, and I was like, oh, maybe I can make them work in my Travelers. They're not going to. They are specific for this style, and I love decorating these monthlies. This planner is more of going to be like a sticker decorative planner, essentially. So like in my current one, like this month, like I just love, this was not one, but like I bought for the last 5 months, and I just love the cohesiveness, and I just wanted to continue it for next year. The other reason too, so this will be mostly to decoratively plan my month out. Kind of more memory keeping. I think this is going to be more of a memory keeper than a planner, but you'll see in a second how it kind of fits both planner, journal, memory keeper. So yeah, so the months will be Coffee Monsters Co. I was like, oh, do I need to spend $50? Like $100 for like a whole year of staying? I was like, yes. So yeah, and I opted to go with the full year in one book rather than the Avec, because I really wanted it, just because I knew that this wasn't going to be my main, like the fact that it was going to be more of a journal than a planner made me think just at the end of the year I want to archive it as one book. So then too, my weeks, which I could have started this week. Nah, I'll start it next week. My thought is that I'll do the pre-planning for the week in here. I have some sticker kits specifically for the Hobonichi that I would like to go through. I thought about using them again in my Travelers, but I really felt like it would be a pain in the butt and a waste of my time to do that. I really like my Travelers setup that's just like the pen base with the Coffee Monster Co., like the emoji stickers. So this will be mostly using up sticker kits, and then I also really want to try more of Helen's style of planning, where she like puts the washi tape up here and fills it out, you know, in between. I don't have a kit for every week, but I'd really like to experiment a little bit with this, with the weeklies, so I'll be using that up. I discovered the take a note A5 Slim, which is like the traveler's, it seems like the traveler's notebook equivalent to like a Hobonichi. It's the same, like it's got the empty space and the week's very similar to that, and it's on the Tomo River paper, and I'm very excited. It is arriving in the next week, and I think that's something I might use for 2024. And so I really want to do some experimenting with this kind of layout for next year, for 2024. So yeah, so that's that. And then something I've been doing in the last like couple of months, as like I got to the point this past year where I was so sick of the daily pages. I wrote in this one at one point, I think I wrote like, I can't do them anymore. Like I just, I'm like literally rewriting. Oh, it was the day I got my Coffee Monsters Co. Oh, Fiona, I'm sorry. But yeah, I was like, I am sick of these daily pages. And I was like, this needs to change. So I decided to do just like a daily journal and stickers. So I just write, and I just like put whatever sticker, or like I print out. Yeah, like this. I did a quote and stickers that I printed. Pictures, stickers that I printed. So yeah, I decided to make it just like a daily journal and get creative, get decorative, put washi tape down, put stickers, print out pictures from my Canon Ivy and stick them in. And just like, yeah, there's some blank pages, but just really get creative. And also, big thing is use up stickers and washi tape. Not just to use them up, but like in a meaningful, kind of sort of meaningful way, but also to use them in here. And I've been doing a good job so far, and I think it's something I can continue. And the only thing I wish though is having a day per page is so daunting, because sometimes I'm gonna want more, sometimes I only need like a little bit. So I'm thinking to, like, of course, like, you know, it's not even 2023 and you're already thinking about 2024. And so my thought is maybe, because I really like the monthlies in the A5 size. I don't need the weeklies because I probably will be using that take a note insert. And I don't need a day per page. I'm thinking maybe in 2024 I will use the Hobonichi A5 day free, where it's just the months and blank pages, not this many, but I think enough just to write, do like a daily journal. And you know, if I skip days, it's not a big deal, I'll fill it up. But yeah, so this is a sticker from Queen City Craft 716. This is a copy of the when Josh Allen tried to, well, okay, so they had the rookies in 2018, and without looking at the logo, they had to draw their logo. And so Josh Allen had to draw the Bills logo, and this is what he came up with. And he said that his logo likes to eat a little bit more, and that's why he's a little chunky. But this has become like an icon too, with Bills Mafia and just Bills stuff. And I'm born and raised in Buffalo. I literally decided to come back home for grad school because I missed it so much. So I thought, you know, let's put the Bills logo on there. And the Bills are doing really well this season. Like, it's been so much fun. It's scary. It's nail-biting watching the Bills. But it has been so much fun watching them this season. Fingers crossed. For Monday, we're playing Cincinnati, and is going to be a tough one. Where my cousin was calling it like the Super Bowl. Like, this is going to be the Super Bowl. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so this is kind of like going to be in between planner, journal, memory keeper. We'll see how this goes. So the next one has been something that I've been wanting to try for the last couple of years. I started one in 2021. It was the Leuchtturm 5-year journal, or 4-year. Maybe it was 4-year. I don't remember. It did not work out. Worked out for about half the year. It was also not really a good time for me to be journaling. It's really depressing actually looking at that. So I stopped. And I also didn't like, it was A5 size, and it was hard to like recap my day. And with the amount of space that was there. And I really wanted something smaller. And I saw that the Hobonichi 5-year Techo comes in A6, and I thought this will be perfect. And should I need more, well, there's a whole page on the other side. So this is going to be just daily recap. Let's pick a date. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to look at and be like, oh, what happened on, oh, this is my birthday. This is my birthday. So like for 5 years, what has happened on my birthday? Like what actually happens, you know? That's funny that it landed on my birthday. That's hilarious. But I'm really excited. I think this will be a really cool thing to look back on, especially like I'm going to be 24 and then here I'm going to be 28. Like, it's hard to like comprehend that when I finish this, I'm almost like, I'm a couple years away from being 30. Like, it just blows my mind. So yeah, I'm excited to give this a go, and I'm excited that I'll be able to use my fountain pens, and that it's a lot smaller, so I'll be able to not feel pressured to write as much. Not sure about this side. Might be an overflow, might be like a picture or doodle or something for each year, but I'm not going to pressure myself. If this doesn't get filled up, whatever, it's fine. So yeah, that's just a quick, I'm thinking I might get a cover. The natural leather looks really enticing right now. Currently going to be on a no spend, so probably just going to have to wait until next year. Maybe next year when I order planners, I might, but we'll see. Right, so we have another traveler's notebook. This was originally my planner, but I really like the camel. I like the softness of the camel. I really like this. I think it's a really nice color. I think it's a really nice planner and everything, but I just really, really wanted that camel. And I also wanted to keep this. I already have enough in my planner, so I didn't want to keep this in there, and I only need this at certain times. So this is my travel journal. So whenever I literally, okay, so I call it a travel journal, but really it's when I like leave my house. Because I don't travel all that often. I mean, this year is an exception. I flew twice, which is crazy because the last couple years I had flown 0 times. I guess we take a few more road trips. So it's basically anything that I do outside of my house. And the thing that makes this is because for my master's, we have a lot of site visits, and I took a class this semester that every single week we were in a new location in Buffalo and we were meeting new people. And I kind of wanted to like remember that because we went to so many places that I would have never been able to get into. Like, just, it was the coolest class I've ever taken. But yeah, so I wanted to document that. So basically what I have in here though, this is just, oh, this is the shop I got. Yeah, Nomato store. This is where so the Nomato store is where I got this clip from. It was like the only shop that was carrying this superior labor clip. So I kept this. I meant to memory keep it, and I never did. So this is like a thank you, and they have a sticker, and I'm still deciding what I want to use the sticker for, I guess. And I just have, this is a printout of a, from my Canon Ivy. I can peel the back and stick it. I don't know where I'm going to stick it though. This is my neighbor's cat, Polly. She came and visited me. I love her very much. She's not coming over now because it's winter and she doesn't come out. But that's okay. We'll see her in the spring. This I meant to add in, but I didn't. We went to the USS Midway on July 26th. This was really cool. We went there a couple hours before it closed, and I wish we could have stayed later, but it was closing. And then this is just another washi thing. I haven't updated it since the fall. I haven't really used it. I used to have an insert in here that was my daily journal, and then I decided to use my Hobonichi when my Hobonichi dailies weren't working, so that's why there's still fall stuff. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have other clear ones, so I might just switch it out. And actually, I have another Coffee Monsters Co. I might switch it out, but we'll see. So this is my travel journal. Basically, like, I get a sticker from somewhere, a postcard, and I just write it. These are all the site visits from this semester. Oh, I did like BPO concerts. This is one of the places we went to. This was an event we went to. This concert was so cool. This trumpet player was amazing. This is about the class. And that's it. But yeah, this is just like kind of an as needed insert. So whenever I have stuff to add, I'll do it. And then I have these stickers. These are more, this was more for the daily journal, but they're there if I need it. There's like a mixture of like frogs, D&D, and this is from Reads by Stephanie. These were freebies from Coffee Monster Co. This was in a pack. I got a pack of Kirby stickers, pack of D&D stickers, Reads by Stephanie, random frog ones. These are just random stickers. It's just kind of like if I need a sticker, I just grab a sticker from here if I don't have my sticker stash with me. But I'm probably not really going to use it for this. It'll probably be if I'm looking for a sticker for something else. These were just things that are too big to tip in that I just wanted to save. So I just save them back there. And that's it. Now these last two are kind of creative / optional. So this one is an Archer and Olive B6 notebook. And this is just, I'm not gonna flip through it. It's just dot grid pages. And it's basically like whenever I have a creative idea come to me. Like I randomly will get the idea for a story, for a campaign, for like comedy sketches, like just randomly. And I just want a place that like I know I can go and look back on them. Like I was at the National Comedy Center about a year ago, and there was this comedian that he literally had boxes or trunks filled with like notebooks and papers of just random sketches. Like whenever he had an idea, he just wrote it down. And I've had a lot of good ideas and I forget about them. And I don't have them fleshed out. And I was like, I did at one point. Now I can't remember. Stories too. I want to be able to have a space to just come and like flesh out. Like, you know, I have the basic storyline, but then there's little things that like, oh, why is he mad at her? And I can write down that, you know, I don't know, just random stuff. So I just want a place for that. So that's what this journal is for. And then I just have, I love the Sharpie S gel and how it works on this paper. So I just have that in 05. And that's about it with that. And then last but not least, this is a new edition. This is a Hobonichi A6 cover. I forget which one this is. This is this year's. It's brown on the outside and it's got like this mint green on the inside. And inside I just have an A6 Stalogy. I was almost gonna sell this, but then I got a really good idea. So one of my coworkers is a big like TTRPG D&D fan, and he sent me this TikTok for this thing called Dungeon 23. And basically what it is, it's like the main thing was like every day you create another room in a dungeon and you like have a journal and you like write down every single day. And then at the end, you have like this really cool, like you have the dungeon already set up. So like you just need like a map and you could like have a campaign set. Like it's something you can build for like a campaign. And so some people were doing it like in space with like planets and stuff. My idea is eventually I'd like to run a one-shot or a campaign. We'll see if I enjoy it, maybe campaign, but have a city already set. So I would like to be able to like put a map out for my like players and like then be like, okay, I want to go into this store, and be like, okay, number whatever, and then just like be like, okay, that's the supermarket. There's a guy in there, he's the shop owner, his name is Todd, he's cranky. And then like have like it all set with like NPCs, what's in there, what you'll find, kind of descriptions of what it looks like, whatever I'm feeling, just like have it all fleshed out in this journal, and then be able to build the campaign off of it, where like you're just in one city or something. But yeah, we'll see how this works. This isn't the one, like, I think it would be so cool to do that, but I'm not optimistic that it's gonna work out. So I'm just kind of having it, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what I get. But I thought it was a really cool way to use the Stalogy, because the Stalogy, this is the 365, so there's more than enough pages for a whole year. So I think it'd be really cool. So yeah, cool. All right, so that's it. So let's take a look at all the planners and journals again. All right, so here they all are. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8. Yes, we have 8 different journals and planners, which is insane. But it'll be fun. We'll see how this goes. All right, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.